So in this video, I'm going to talk about stamp collecting like I mentioned in my last video. Now stamp collecting is a worldwide hobby open to all ages. People think it's a school children's hobby. Many people start at school, that's true, but many begin at later life and find a lot of satisfaction in this hobby. Now in these economically hard hit times, we need hobbies that cost us less but give us a lot of satisfaction. Stamp collecting is just the right thing. You don't have to spend much money to collect stamps. Ask your friends to give their letters, the envelopes. You can collect them from office, or you have a friend or family member working in office, and we still have a lot of mail circulating in Sri Lanka. Now there are two ways to go about stamp collecting. You do it for satisfaction and fun and knowledge, and you do it with profit in mind. Well, as a long-term investment, I suggest you take the first route, not the second. Forget the investment because investments are risky. Stamp prices, like the prices of everything else, can go up and down, and you could be getting half or less than what you invested in 20 years time or 30 years time or 50 years time. So best not take that route. Do it for fun, spending as little as possible. It's up to you. As with any hobby, you can spend as little or as much as you like, but my advice is take the slow route, take it easy, and build up your collection over time. Now, what kind of stamps should we collect? Broadly, there are two categories. We'll start with those: definitives and commemoratives. Definitives are issued by post offices all over the world. Earlier times, they were also called pictorials. In an earlier era, these pictorials depicted aspects of a country's culture, geography, and other aspects. Now they are called commemoratives because there are lots of anniversaries. The Universal Postal Union has 152 members, almost as much as the United Nations, and each country issues these stamps every year. In the Pacific Ocean, there are a few islands which are not UPU members, but every other country in the world is a member and issues stamps. So this has led to a flood of stamps, and some say that this is the reason why the price of stamps worldwide has gone down. We'll look into that later. For the moment, let's concentrate on the hobby and what kind of stamps we should collect. Now, definitives are issued by every post office in every country to post a letter in ordinary mail. I have given examples here. You can see what definitives are like from Sri Lanka and other countries, and they are withdrawn after some time and a new set of definitives will come in. If you look at these old examples, these definitives about 70 to 75 years old from Sri Lanka, you can see they are also very pictorial. Sometimes they show world leaders, prime ministers, presidents, but they can also be very pictorial, depicting flowers, birds, fish, and in this case, an old fishing craft with sail, a catamaran, king coconuts. As you can see, there is a very wide variety of definitives. The Kandyan dancer. Now, when we talk of commemoratives, the subject is even more vast because it's limitless. The choice of subjects is limitless. There are anniversaries all over the world. World Post Day is celebrated by every UPU member issuing a stamp every year. And in Sri Lanka, there are many stamps issued for school anniversaries and other institutions, and also individuals, public figures, people famous in the arts, science, politics. There are all kinds of anniversaries, and then there are scenic pictorial stamps. Now, some countries issue this as a policy. For example, in the 1960s and 70s, when there was a space race between the former Soviet Union and the United States, both countries issued stamps to commemorate space flights. Russia issued more stamps and more colorful stamps because they wanted foreign exchange, and Poland was not far behind. Many Eastern European countries which were friendly to the ex-Soviet Union issued such stamps. Sri Lanka has also issued a stamp commemorating Neil Armstrong's flight to the moon. Now, when you start collecting, it's a good idea to go thematically, according to themes. There are millions of stamps in hundreds of themes. Now, if you select your theme carefully, you will have a lot of pleasure at little cost. Transport is a very popular theme. From trains are very, very popular. Sri Lanka has issued stamps depicting trains from the 1960s. All over the world, there are stamps celebrating train travel. Then motor cars, ships, air transport. All these are very good themes for stamps. And then you have flowers, birds, fish, wildlife, waterfalls, historical places, mountains, you name it, the subject is vast. So you select your theme, start collecting according to that theme. And then let's not forget, it's not just stamps, other postal matter such as postcards and slogans, registered post letters, and then machine registrations. These are all collectible. And it's a pleasure to hold an old postcard and look at it, and as much as it's a pleasure to look at an old stamp. Then there are mint stamps and cancelled stamps. Mint means stamps which have not been used. There is no seal on it and the gum should be there on the back. But cancelled stamp, as we know, this is what we take from letters that come to us. The gum is gone and there is always a seal. So both are collectible. Generally, it's believed that mint stamps are more valuable than cancelled stamps, but this is not always true. Sometimes cancelled stamps, even recent ones, cost more to buy in the stamp market than mint stamps. So we don't have to always collect mint. Those days I used to just walk into the post office. The definitive was just 2 rupees, and before that it was 75 cents, 60 cents. So I would put a few stamps in my pocket and walk out. Now it's not possible in these hard times. So if you don't want to, or if you can't collect mint, don't worry, collect cancelled stamps from the letters that come to you. And you will have a good collection after a few years. Collect what is there. Don't worry about old stamps that you can't have. I am not a stamp dealer. I don't sell stamps. I am here to show you a low cost way of starting a very good hobby. Enjoy yourselves. I will be posting more videos depending on the reaction to this video, and even if the reaction is not good, I will continue some more because I have many other themes and I love this theme, this subject. So please subscribe, and that will help me to keep going. In my next video, I will talk about the value of stamps, how this valuation is made and how that it can mislead people. And as I said, don't worry about the value, just collect. You will not regret it.